Hey guys, welcome back to Kiwi Classics and Customs. Got a pretty little red and black, wonderful colour combination, 67 GTO, 400 cubic inch auto. It's in for some brake work. The brakes are kind of, the pedals rock hard, they're non-existent. The left rear is grabbing quite bad. We kind of was a bit of a struggle pushing it in here. And yeah, a couple of other little bits of housekeeping, you know, all changed, just regular stuff. So we're gonna dive into the brakes and kind of obviously get it up in the air and have a look around under it. But let's have a look topside. Now, where's it gone? There it is. Alrighty, there we go. Big old Quadrajet. We already had the air cleaner off just because it hadn't run for quite a long time and it was a little stubborn starting, so a little bit of starter fluid got her cranked up. But yeah, so we're going to do an oil change and we'll just go through the fuel. We'll probably drain the fuel system. It hasn't run for a couple of years. That kind of stuff. Check the radiator, things like that. We've got a little bit of water coming out here from somewhere. So yeah, there's a couple of things to check out. Face value, it looks like a pretty nice car. Someone's got an amp wired in here by the look of it, so there's some sounds going on in here. But it looks pretty authentic, pretty original. It was an AC car and they've taken the air conditioning off. Hopefully they've got the parts if they want to resurrect it, you know, get the AC back on. Because factory AC is a nice option. So it was an AC car, you can kind of see the fittings here. And you've got your valves, you know, your expansion valves up here. There's the mount. This strange looking bit of equipment here is the mount for the compressor. So yeah, one day it can go back to its former glory, as it were. But the customer, he says he's always driving it with the roof down, not worried about the AC, so they took it off. But let's have a little walk around the rest of it. Paint's nice. I love this. That's one of the nicest hood scoops, I think, that anybody ever did in that muscle car era. It's not too big and in your face, but it's just nice. Got the nice wheels on it. Pretty interior. Pretty interior. Got the power roof. So I'll have to drop that down when we go for our test drive. But yeah, when you look at things, you know, these body seams here, which are prone to being poorly repaired, you know, or giving issues over their life, those are all nice and original. It's got the pinstripes actually. It's a painted in pinstripe, you can't even feel it, that's under the clear. So that's nice. Tail lights are great too, aren't they? Love those tail lights on these things. Yeah, it's got all the badgings where it's meant to be. That's a pretty nice car. Yeah, a couple of little issues with the paint. It's just, you know, it's an older repaint. I think it was done around 2000. Yeah, the doors open and close. Alright, well, I guess it's time to get it up on the rack. We'll switch these cars around. We've got two GTOs, nose to tail. And yeah, so we'll put the white one out, the red one on the rack. We'll get some brakes done and see how she drives. A bit hard to drive with brakes not working, so let's get that done and we'll be back in a second. Right, let's check this old girl out. Alright, what have we got? Well, we've got the engines have been out. We've got some new parts going on here. A few little oil leaks. The customer did say they took the engine out a few years back and didn't rebuild it. They just kind of put some gaskets in it, painted it, made it look pretty. We do have a bit of a coolant leak here. It was a little low, the radiator, so I just topped it off and immediately we started to get some green juice coming out of it, which is never a good thing. So we're going to have to address that, or we'll get another radiator for it, one of the two. Finding someone to repair is pretty tricky these days. So, someone's put a high torque starter in it. Whoever did the exhaust kind of built this side a little low, as you can see by the flat bottom on the front pipe. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, it's probably a little off-putting when you do actually tag the ground with it. But yeah, on to more serious stuff. It's pretty much what you'd call a survivor. This is a lot. It's not kind of, had a frame off restoration or anything like that. This is a lot of the old factory rust proofing on it. Yeah, it's got a fairly fresh zinc plated pan on it. Urethane trans mount. Not a fan of the urethane trans mounts. They can be a little harsh. I like a rubber mount. But floor wise is pretty good. If you come around this side of me, Steve, you can see, yeah, it's a little bit of carpet underfelt there. So we got a little bit of rust going on here, but really not much. Some of this factory undercoating is flaking off and probably keeping a bit of moisture in there. So, but yeah, okay, we've got a little bit of swelling going on here. Where the layers, it's spot welded there and it's spot welded there, and that's just bulging out because of the rust building up in there. But that's not a lot. I've seen them a lot worse than that. That's still pretty respectable. What else have we got going on? All this is all pretty solid back here, where the backseat passenger's feet go. Often that's gone. It's not. Now the pinch welds are good all the rest of the way back. That's probably simply from the dirt and water getting thrown up off the front wheels when it was a lot younger. Apparently this car's not been out in the rain for many years, but it's seen a little bit of rain sometime. Yeah, it's all good back here. This is all solid. Body mounts are solid. Yeah, just that flaking undercoat, It's just showing its age a little bit with the undercoat, but a good power wash underneath and a bit of reapplication would probably go a long way. Now you see we got the wheels off. We've had to go through and do all the brakes. All the wheel cylinders were leaking. This left rear was really bad. That left a puddle of brake fluid on the ground. And yeah, that was causing an issue, but we got that wrapped up. Yeah, looking around up here, it's all looking pretty good. Yeah, up in the wheelhouse, it's looking fairly good. A little dark in here. It's kind of overcast outside and it's making it a bit dark in here. Yeah, some signs of repairs over here. Oh, okay. This is not right. What you're seeing here is that's the original trunk drop off here where the quarter attached. What it looks like is someone's put a repair panel and just laid it completely over the top. And it's not, there's a part there trying to get out. What is that?
I know what it looks like to me.
It looks like a bit of a brake fitting, doesn't it?
Yep.
Of part of an adjuster. Look at that. Yeah. I don't know what that's doing up in there, but it's up there. But yeah, that piece is the duplicate of this piece. And they just put it straight over the top. So somewhere up a little higher, there's going to be a join through here. That's the sort of stuff they did 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when the cars just didn't have a big value, it was just a quick patch job. Looks great on the used car yard, but it's not how it should be done. That, like at some point, it doesn't really matter. We can see this now because it's up on the rack. Driving it around, cruising the cars and coffee, no one's ever going to know. You can see it all looks fine here, but hiding under here somewhere is a join where they've added that patch panel, which is a bit of a shame, but very hard to find perfect ones. What have we got going on up in here? See? Yeah, that all looks pretty good. How's this lower quarter? This one's in that's original shape. It's got a little bit of a patch going up here, but this is as it should be. So that's good. It's only just 1/4. We do have some patchwork going on here. Yeah, that's a little bit of something's off around this area here. That's not quite as it should be. Let's had some sort of a repair or bondo or something going on in here. So really, I mean, it definitely gets a passing grade, you know, or above average really. But yeah, it does need some correction on that right rear lower. You know, when you compare it to the little Alpine, it's a lot less work than that. So it's not, certainly not the end of the world. It's not even getting close to be what you'd call a rusty car. Because the rest of it is good. All this is all original up in here. So yeah, it's pretty good. Well, we've got the wheels away right now, getting new tyres on it. Check the date codes on the tyres. 23 years old. You guys watching the video, check those date codes on your tyres. You know, the tyres had lots of tread on, but 10 years, some people argue that, yeah, the tyre's fine at 10 years old. 15 years old, it's okay. 23, I don't know. You know, that's outside of my comfort zone, to the point that I wouldn't test drive a customer's car on 23-year-old tyres. You know, I don't want to be driving it when one lets go and the problems that come with that. 23 is too much, well too much in my opinion. But, you know, as soon as I told him, he's like, yep, get new tyres for it, not a problem, wasn't aware of it. So many people aren't aware of that. They just go purely by the tread depth, and there's more to it than that. But anyway, I'm going to go and pick up the tyres. We've already dropped them off. They're ready. We're going to get them, put them on the car, and take it for a test drive. Okay, Steve-o, jump in, mate. We'll see how this baby purrs. Alright, here we go. Worst things to be doing on a Friday afternoon and cruising around in a GTO.
This is not bad at all.
Yeah. Nice exhaust note to it. Not too loud. Brakes are working good. And they've had a lot of convertibles lately, haven't they? The second 67 GTO in a couple of months. We got Friday afternoon traffic. Sounds nicer than the Mini in front. most of it, I guess, is going to be getting cold soon. So yeah, we gave it an oil change. It's, well, it didn't look that dirty, but 7 years since it's had an oil change. So, and we put new tyres on it. The tyres were 23 years old. So yeah, nice new tyres on it. So it's riding nice and smooth. Wow. For a big car, these are not a small car.
Yes, we have
Deer.
we have a couple deer running across in front of us.
Whew. There you go. Do not need a deer for a hood ornament on the Pontiac GTO, I know that much. Wasn't
Hey,
really expecting one to see one.
Those nice new brakes worked pretty good.
Yeah. They got the heart rate up a kick. Anyway, this thing's good to go. We will check the radiator when we get back in, because it does appear that it's got a slight leak there somewhere. So now we've got it up to temperature, we'll see if there's any signs of issues there. But if it does need a radiator, we will get one of the US radiator ones, the copper brass ones, that look like the correct, they're all stamped to look like their original factory stuff. So they're really nice, a little pricey, but last thing this car needs, I think, anyway, in my opinion, is an aluminum radiator. This is not a hot rod. This says all it needs to say just by being a 67 GTO. So stock wheels, stock radiator. That's all you need, man. Alright guys, well that's it for today. We're going to check the radiator and probably this thing's going home tomorrow. Alright guys, we'll see you on the next video. Take care.